Hey guys, I am back with another video. So the Hello Neighbor video I uploaded, sorry, my chair, I'm just yeah. But the Hello Neighbor video I uploaded, it got over 100 views. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Maybe I should start uploading more videos like this. So I decided that's what I'm going to do for a entirely new video, not new video, but new topic. So I don't know how to make this. I'm recording a lot of this at like 1 in the morning, and I really have no idea how I want to go off it. You see, I don't make scripts for my videos. Yeah, so this is all. If I mess up this one recording, I have to redo the recording. It's kind of fine, which is kind of why my Hello Neighbor video I made was all over the place. So if you've seen it, you could tell. But that's not the main topic. The main topic is delirium from the Binding of Isaac. The Binding of Isaac, already said it. I didn't say it yet. I was going to make a video on Rebirth, but I never ended up doing it because I got too lazy and I forgot that video existed. So I ended up just grabbing the idea. But instead, I thought I'd talk about one of my favorite bosses in that game. And it's not for the reason you think. It's not because it's a well-made boss. No, no, no. This boss is a buggy pile of garbage. Well, in my opinion, at least. So I'm gonna be talking about delirium. To kind of summarize what the Binding of Isaac is, anyway, it's a pretty depressing game about a 5-year-old who gets locked in a chest because, well, basically a 5-year-old named Isaac, and basically his mother is insane, and she's obsessed with God and religion. So one day she hears a voice from above telling what she thinks is God, telling her to kill Isaac. And basically Isaac goes into the basement and you fight a bunch of monsters, but it turns out it's all in Isaac's head. Isaac said, yeah, you get the basic rundown. Delirium is, I don't know what delirium in a real life is, but I'm assuming it's meant to be like something, and I guess it's just a boss fight in Isaac. And I guess it's basically kind of to represent like delirious thoughts and all that. But the thing is, the delirium fight isn't good. That's the main thing. So now you know what kind of Isaac is. And let me be honest with you, this is my favorite like video game of all time. Let me just say that here, which could explain why I'm making a video on one of the bosses. But which also doesn't explain why I didn't make a video on Rebirth. Anyways, getting off topic. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about a lot of issues with delirium and these very small good parts of delirium. That sounded weird when I said it like that. Yeah, so I just really want to make this video because I just want to like empty my thoughts on delirium. Like, there's a yeah, because I just wanted to like talk about what makes this boss good, why it's bad, and why Afterbirth Plus, which is the DLC which Delirium was in, was kind of just rushed. It was very rushed, which could explain why it turned out so bad and buggy. Anyway, yeah, I think we should probably get into the video now. So enjoy me ramble on for like I don't know, maybe 10 minutes about why Delirium, the good parts of Delirium and the bad parts of Delirium. So, to sum it all up, why is Delirium bad? Alright, so since Delirium has very few good, like, aspects of it, of, like, everything, basically he has very few good aspects. I should probably start talking about the positive things, because there's a lot of more negative stuff I have to say about Delirium. Anyways, let's get into it. So, the first good thing about Delirium is I think it's a unique fight. If you don't know what Delirium basically does for the battle, basically every single boss you fight on that run is actually Delirium turns into. And basically he teleports, teleports is crazy, but basically he transforms into every single boss you fight like along the way. And by the time you get to Delirium, you basically fought in so many bosses. And if you kind of count that up, then you're gonna have a lot of stuff to dodge. I think it's a unique fight. The other thing that kind of sticks out are the Delirium fight. delirium-fied sprites, if that's what you need to call it. So delirium does turn into a lot of characters, like Monstro, Gemini, Larry Jr., any character you can probably think of, except the Repentance one. The only character from Repentance, the DLC, the big boy DLC of Isaac, Delirium can turn into is Baby Plum. And Baby Plum isn't really so interesting in like her literal sprite is just like baby plum but white. Yeah, you could kind of see. No, I admittedly I call these sprites look kind of cool, but if kind of here's something I should mention. So, Delirium was added in Afterbirth Plus, and that was a DLC that came out in like 2017. Repentance was added in 2021. So, I know you're probably wondering, but what does this have to do with anything? Well, Repentance did some things. Basically, it did add hundreds of new items and new bosses. By the way, this is something I never seen no one talk about when it comes to Delirium. Barely anyone. But they also retextured a lot of the older textures as well. So on the screen here, as you can see, I did put a comparison of Conquest from Afterbirth Plus and Conquest from Repentance. As you can see, the Afterbirth Plus visuals look well. I don't know. I think most people would agree with me. Hopefully, if you like the Afterbirth visuals, and I guess fine on you. But in my opinion, the Afterbirth Plus visuals nowadays look goddamn ugly. That there's not really much I can say. They definitely look a lot worse. I think most people can agree on that. But the main problem is Delirium, some sprites of Delirium, use the Afterbirth Plus visuals. Now, don't get me wrong, they did change a lot of the Delirium sprites. So nowadays, stuff like enemies like bosses like famine look a lot better because they have been like they went back and like remade delirium fied like the versions of different bosses after the repentance update, but some didn't, and this is especially conquest, as you can see on screen. Let me show you something. Nah, what do they do to conquest? Like, dude, look at him. He looks awful. By the way, this is the modern version of Conquest as Delirium, by the way. No, they didn't go back and change the sprite. I don't know why. I guess they were feeling a little lazy that day. I mean, to be fair, Conquest is a little bit of a forgettable boss. I say what you want, but like it's just kind of jarring to like see all these new textured sprites of Delirium and then just see a couple of them with afterbirth visuals and go, ugh, oh no, ugh. And then don't get me wrong, a lot of the afterbirth visuals sucked balls, and but the main thing is they were changed in Repentance, especially the Delirium one. So I don't think it would be so hard to forget Delirium when they changed like every single character. Like there's only like 5 characters who didn't get changed, and let me show you them all real quick. Let me show you them all really quick. All right, so I know you're probably asking, bro, what in the hell am I looking at? So basically, these are 4 examples of characters that got done dirty even after Repentance released. Now, I would like to also kindly say, luckily, fortunately, all the sprites for the main characters got revamped. They all look good now. They look a lot better than Afterbirth. Well, this is the bosses in Afterbirth compared to Delirium sprites. And these are the modern Delirium sprites, by the way. These aren't the revamped, no. So, this is basically the Afterbirth visuals from the normal bosses to the Delirium sprites in Repentance. And yeah, they haven't been changed. And they look really out of place and they look so damn ugly. Like this looks like some of the characters look like puke. Like the headless horseman is a character I think is really cool, but he looks like garbage here. He just looks like a flat pillow with a pole sticking, with just riding on a pole with a literal like melted marshmallow on the top of it, and the head is just what even is the head? I don't even know. It looks so weird. The adversary, which is just the guy with the red bandages, it's like a weird demon dude. He looks ugly. He has yellow eyes. He looks like he just no animation at all. He looks stiff as hell. Krampus looks ugly. I mean, in both versions, but I think Delirium actually looks better than Krampus because, like, oh my god, look at that sprite. And Squallux is just eh. He's just nothing. You can really tell they really did want to change the sprites probably for a while now, and then we're happy when they got to do that in Repentance. But I really wish for Afterbirth Plus, which is another DLC for online, they fixed all the sprites to be up to Repentance sprites. That would honestly be a lot better. But they didn't do that. No, they had to take the easy way out and just revamp a couple sprites. Well, basically all of them except like five. I know this is a small complaint, but it just feels so out of place, and I just feel like no one talks about it. So I just decided to bring it up because why not? Anyways, let's go on to the next reason why I don't like Delirium. Alright, to kind of add on a reason why Delirium sucks is probably the most well talked about answer. Insta telefragging. If you don't know what telefragging is, basically, Delirium has this thing where he teleports around the place every one damn second. And this creates two problems. If you couldn't tell, since Delirium is such a well designed boss fight. Yay! But the first and probably one of the worst issues with Delirium is that since he's teleporting five like every 1 second all over the place somewhere else, you literally don't have any time to hit him. Like if you're charging up, like imagine you have Mom's knife or Brimstone, you're charging it up, hoping to get a good damage. Then he appears in front of you, you blast it, then he just teleports away. It gets so damn annoying. And now this creates the other issue. Him teleporting on top of you. Yes, this can happen. That is not a joke. No, that is not a funny laugh. He can actually teleport on top of you, and it's unfair and annoying. Now, the bullet spam in this level is also annoying. It's kind of like Hush. That's the reason why I don't really like Hush. Besides outside, like Hush isn't a bad fight. I just don't like the bullet spam. In context to Isaac, he's a good fight, but Delirium, yeah, but he can teleport on top of you, literally, and you can't dodge it. Also, let me just say this here. I'm not gonna. There are a lot of bugs for Delirium. I'm not gonna talk about them yet. That's gonna be the last thing I talk about, and that's gonna be coming up. But dude, the telefragging is so god awful. Basically, he just and like you just randomly running around, and then bro just teleports on top of you or like near you, almost hitting you. And even if he doesn't hit you, you're kind of cooked anyway because like he's gonna just deploy the worst attack you've ever seen, and you're guaranteed to get hit. And this sucks too because if you're playing as a character like the Lost, if you don't know what the Lost is, basically he's a ghost and he can only get hit 2 times and he's dead. And Delirium is a not only bullet spammy boss, but he can teleport on top of you, like I just said a million times. So basically, you'll take unfair damage and die because he's stupid and annoying, and he doesn't want you to have fun. That's basically the reason you'll die. Yeah, you can kind of see why people hate this boss. This is definitely the most talked about part of why Delirium is garbage. And it's probably the most truthful part. The part I agree with the most. Don't get me wrong. I made like half of this video was about the afterbirth visuals and all that. But basically, I think this is the main reason why so many people just hate Delirium in general. Delirium is designed by itself. It's eh. It's meant to be all drippy and gooey, but it just kind of looks eh. I mean, it's iconic. I give it that. Like I've seen this dude like everywhere, but it's just not really anything special. And the funny thing, speaking of animation, I never did mention this, but in Afterbirth Plus, Delirium didn't even have an animation, and I'm not exaggerating about that. I think it was fixed in Repentance. Basically, he would just stand still like a PNG, not moving at all, while a million like a million bullets started coming out of him. That sounded weird, but basically she just sitting there as hard as a rock, as like stiff as a rock, as stiff as the adversary, like the afterbirth. God, my jokes are balls. But no, he just sits there like a rock, doesn't move. Like bullets are coming out, and it's just really funny to watch. I think he got patched in Repentance, because now he has the animation whenever he does it. But I'm not lying when I say this. Even if you do somehow, even if he does do animation, I think that's the only thing they patched in Repentance. Because dude, there are so many bugs with Delirium. It's actually kind of scary. Well, it's not scary, but it's kind of dumb at this point. I should probably just share a couple bugs with you guys. I didn't get any footage of the bugs, but I'm just gonna share some off the wiki, because the wiki is pretty well. The wiki fandom, because they probably know it all, and I don't know it all. So let's just look at some bugs to kind of end off the video. Alright, so I'm not gonna read off every single bug that Delirium has, because I literally counted how many bugs. There are like 15 bugs, and that is not okay. I'm just gonna read a couple, because I mean, we're not. This video is already long enough, and I think you probably get the gist of what Delirium is. So let's just read some. So, if delirium transforms into the mask of infamy, then it will only transform into the heart. And for mask of infamy, it's basically a mask and a heart. That's the boss fight. So there's the first bug. If delirium transforms into the frail, it will always transform into the first phase, regardless of how much HP it has, unless it's the black champion version. As a patch of version 1.78, if Delirium transforms into a champion boss, it will retain its normal appearance and color, but its attacks and size in case of some forms will be those of champion. Which I don't even know if that's a bug or not. I'm stupid. Yeah. On Isaac's last will, Delirium will be shown in its current form rather than its main one. Sometimes it will show his main form even if Isaac is killed by a different form. That one's just kind of weird. Let's just go with a simpler one. Delirium can transform into Fallen Ural, Fallen Gabriel, and Fallen Bumpino and the Pile, but they do not have any unique Delirium skins. So I guess he could just turn into a boss now. Okay, let's look at another one, since that was just the other ones are kind of weird. If Delirium transforms into an enemy like Chubb with multiple hitboxes, the game may crash if one of the secondary hitboxes is hit by Chaos Card. Chaos Card. So let's just do one more again, because if Delirium transforms into Gemini, Suture will stay in its enraged form, separated from Contusion when Delirium transforms again. And yeah, there are a lot more I could babble on about, but those are like just a couple of them, and I've shared more than 5. And even if some of them don't really make sense, they're still count as bugs according to the wiki. And yeah, so that was Delirium. He sucks balls. I don't think there's really any more I have to say about Delirium. I know this video will. I know this video is kind of just me blabbering on and on about a boss, and I know you're probably wondering, dude, why didn't you just make a video on Rebirth? Because for one, I'm lazy, and two, that video would be like an hour long, and I don't really want to blabble on for that long. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video if you did stick through and watched it all. I kind of had fun making this video. Usually I don't have fun making videos. I just kind of just do it sometimes for you guys. But I really did hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really don't think I will still be talking about the planning of Isaac. I'll make more videos probably on it. But for now, I'm probably just gonna rest. Also, yeah, happy Thanksgiving to the time I'm recording this. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I did. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, if it would be really nice if you did like subscribe, maybe turn on that notification. I'm really thankful for everyone that subscribed. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else to say. But if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content, then just do. uh, well, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.